Keeping venomous reptiles is an unforgiving hobby, requiring proper training and lots of experience. One simple mistake can be the difference between life and death. Remember, the most venomous snake in the world is the one that just bit you. There are no venomous snakes with training wheels. Just because you see Viperkeeper handle snakes a certain way does not mean you should try it too.
Well, here's a rare sight. It's the female dwarf water cobra in Nyanaga. Since Dan and I cleaned her cage, we blocked the upper ledge off where she was hiding behind the light all the time. Therefore, she's forced to hide in places where we can easily get to her if we need to. But she's also been out and about and just behaving somewhat different than normal. So we'll see if she'll come up to the camera and say hello and not scoot out of the cage or not try to kill me. Hi, what are you doing? It's dwarf water cobra cam. Hi. Are you being, you're really curious all of a sudden. I've had her since she was captive hatched in 2013. She's been a very shy snake. She eats mostly bass shiners. She will eat rat pinks if I throw them in the water with the live fish, but I've not been able to transition her to normal food, or normal by my convenience, you know, mice and rats, and have her eat on her own. But it's really rare to sort of see her out. So she might be hungry even though she ate last week. So tonight I will throw some frozen bass shiners that I have left over in the water dish and throw some rat pinks in and see how she does with that. But it's exceptionally rare to see her out and about. She's not like the male, well, also I've had since he was a baby, but I've had him since 2008. He's an old fellow, really used to me. She's been very, very shy and reclusive. But so it's really, really sort of a special moment to see her over the past few weeks actually, you know, come out and make an appearance and see that, you know, I am not going to kill her. Although I really don't want her to make a run for it, so I have to tail her or something like that. You know, no, I am not going to, you know, I'll let you tongue flick my hand. I'll get it a little close so you can see it, but you know, she's still very, very shy, and I'm not going to push it. This is progress. This is earning the trust of an animal after a very long time. So it's very unusual to see her out. You see her that she's still hooding because she's really not, she's 85, so her temp is quite warm, but you know, you'd expect that temperature, you know, in sort of the summer. In the Central African Democratic Republic of Congo, where they're from, right on the equator, so it gets pretty hot there. She may be going into shed too. She looks a little murky. I'll give her some fresh water a little later, but I'll just throw the fish, some extra water, and some pinks in there. And in the morning, I'll clean the water dish and replace it with fresh water. Hi. No, I'm not going to hurt you, but I am very, very surprised that you've come out to visit. Hi, yeah. Are you going to make a run for it? Huh? You going to make a run for it? Alright, I don't know what you're up to. It's very nice to see you, but you're not sure what this is, huh? You want to check out the camera again, huh? I'll let you check it out. It's not going to hurt you. It's the big eye. You're actually seeing your reflection, huh? Yeah, you're not quite sure, are you? Huh? I have a hook in my hand just in case, because, like I said, you don't normally see her. She's under either the lower ledge of the lip of the cage, or she used to live in the upper lip behind the light where it was really hot. But all of a sudden she's out and about, which is really sort of surprising and rare. Oh, she just lost her courage. So she's gonna go down there, huh? Come on. Come on over here. No, I'm not gonna attack you. I'm not gonna hurt you. Come on. Are you looking for food, huh? Are you looking for food? I do have a mouse. I do have a mouse I can offer you. It was actually meant for the dwarf water cobra. But we'll see if she'll accept it. Ew, no, get that away from me. That's yucky. Is that yucky? You've never seen a mouse like that before, huh? You've never seen that before. Okay, alright, well, that's fine. I know someone who will eat this without any hesitation. He's actually related to you, same genus and species. So we'll sort of let this go as it is right now, because I have other things to do, but I will bring her back something to eat a little later. Alright, so this is the big male from 2008. He was captive hatched, and I obtained him then, and he has no fear of me whatsoever and can be quite the difficult customer. But right now he's mostly interested in food. Hello. Over here. Come on this way. He's just like another thud, except, he's closely related, but not quite there. As you see, he chows down on the food item quite readily, whereas that female does not. Now, she could be at breeding age, but he's such a big cobra, I am really hesitant to put them together to see if they would breed. Simply because cobras have this very bad habit of eating one another or other snakes, and I'm afraid she would be a nice sausage for him to eat rather than to breed with. So I am not going to attempt that unless I can sort of supervise the possible conjugal visit, so I can break things up if necessary. But that again has risk. It has risk to me, and it has risks to both snakes, because just because they're related species does not necessarily mean that their venom cannot kill each other. Because let's say this water cobra was feeding on something different, 30 miles or 50 miles away from where the female's lineage comes from, the venom composition could be different enough that it could cause damage or death. I've seen forest cobras. As you know, forest cobras used to be one species, now it's 5. I've seen a forest cobra bite a female forest cobra that we've put together for breeding purposes, and over the next 48 hours, the female cobra who refused the male's advance, who got bit, actually developed respiratory paralysis and died. I've also seen a boomslang bite another boomslang, and the boomslang survived. However, it had some tissue necrosis that we had to get a vet to treat. So, although they're pretty immune to one another's bite, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's complete immunity. So, we're going to shut the door here and let him eat and move on about our business. Well, unfortunately, I did not alert Mrs. Viperkeeper that I was going to actually reach for the stick to move it. And we caught a spectacular, you can see some venom here on the glass, a spectacular weasel in action sort of thing.
It's still going.
Yes. Go to this. I see your tail going, but go over here. And I'll feed you. Come on, over here. Yes, this is where it is. Oh, I know, that tail is slapping around back there. I don't know if it's caught alluring or he's just ticked off because I am not making it easy for him. This is sort of good because look how well aligned that is in his mouth and stuff, and you know, he's not going to let that go, and this way, you know, he will he'll eat it quite fast, gobble his meal, so to speak, and get it down his gullet. Because sometimes, recently in the past few years, I mean, okay, I've had the Weasel since 2008 when he arrived to me as a baby. So, you know, he's an old guy. So I think he's like forgetting sometimes. He ravages his food and then forgets what he's doing and will leave it in his cage. So I like to see it when it's nicely aligned to go down the gullet. Now he is less likely to forget about eating it. He's such a character. Yeah, unfortunately, I know of only one Moorish viper in captivity right now. I'm not sending him off to breed with the female. I wasn't able to coax the person to give up the female so I could have it to breed the Weasel, because these are very, very cool snakes, very personable. I've had several over the years. The others I've had were red in color. They were brick red. They were really beautiful. If you go back to like 2007, 2008 videos, you'll get a chance to see them. Unfortunately, they died in the great paramyxo plague that occurred in 2009, where I lost probably 30 animals to paramyxo. My quarantine system was not inadequate. I accidentally brought in an animal with paramyxo. It spread throughout the vipers in the collection, and I lost about 30 animals, including several Bitis parviaculas, which really hurts because they're a very rare snake. So he's just having a blast, as he usually does with his food. So we'll let him do his thing, and we'll come back later and freshen his water.